radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Every whole club selling out of the hitters, door stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich, the whole club.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision. I'm sacrilegious, I feel my ratchets, you ever offended my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm laid down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation beats opportunity, no? Being great as ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most uneven. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in.
I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. Wilson and the Denver Broncos taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the inline, so it'll come out to the 25. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Quickly to the air is Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 84 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he fields it cleanly. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a two-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Kadarius Toney,
66 yards.
And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
Here's James returning.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Mahomes out to his left.
This ball deep for Toney. That is incomplete. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way?
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for KC, 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And again, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Kadarius Toney halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Wilson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. On second down, Williams. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 good yards here on the run, and now third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Mahomes now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Second and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 17-0 our score after one. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Wilson. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
11 more on that one and another first down. Here's Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw again is Wilson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Being chased out left. This ball deep for Tony. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Rolling to his left. This ball deep for Tony. And he's got it inside the 10. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first-half lead. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field, so you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Washington now brings this out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Washington now brings this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing after the interception. Wilson finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here now, 3rd and a yard. There's Wilson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patrick. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. That's taken in by Dulcich. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Throwing again here, Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The kick by Maher is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least they have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man downfield, that's Tony. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Washington now brings this out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Kohlman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. From there, we head down to the desert. Check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail the visiting Ravens in that one at halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Jamar Chase, a touchdown reception.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Mahomes now on first down. Steps away. And got his man complete. Now he's loose again. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 71 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. On first down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football and just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
On second down, Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. On the return, it's James. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Now a 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Frank Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. This ball deep for Toney. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete. These two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Sky Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
In motion goes Patrick. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. They go play action with Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out.
And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
This ball deep for Toney. 39 yards there, a big one.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
He shakes him off. Out to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. 2nd down and 6 now.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Throw left side is intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Kadarius Toney.
34 yards.
And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Washington now brings this out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Now it's Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. Wilson will throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Patrick. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They go play action now. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Riley Dixon now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
There he goes again. Kadarius Toney.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
James now to return it.
A good return there, 17 yards. And now here comes Kansas City.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line?
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Washington now brings this out.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Rolling to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Washington now brings this out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Kansas City, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in